Well, hi guys, it's a Saturday afternoon, or getting late Saturday afternoon now, and I haven't been to work this morning, and my lady's at work now, so she won't be home till 10 o'clock tonight, so I've decided to have a night in the woods, hoping to catch some deer very early in the morning. See them trotting through here sometimes. At the moment I'm just making up my campsite. It's going to be a very simple one. Bivvy bag, sleeping bag. And due to the mildness of the weather, I'm just using my 3-season bag tonight. And I'll be making up the fire in a minute. Once I've got the camp sorted out, or my sleeping area, I shall show you how I've done that. And, well, here we go. Hope for a good, peaceful night. See you in a moment. Right guys, here I am. I'm preparing my fire. I'm using my favourite tool. I hope you can see it. It's called a throw. F-R-O-E. I actually prefer using this rather than the axe. The axe can be a terribly dangerous tool, and I've got plenty of these. Basically, it was used by all the old woodsmen to clean wood. So grab the throw like so, grab the dog stick, which is this, take the top, and there you go. It was used by the woodsmen of old to cleave wood, to make everything from a chestnut paling, which is fence work, to trucks, which are like little baskets. So here we go, just grab the throw like so. In fact, I took one of these on my campfire course, and it was of much interest to the guys that were there, and the girls. So many throws, I might chuck one up as a prize in a competition in the future. I'll have to think about that one. It's got to use the tool as well, I think. Anyway, there you go. So I'll walk up to the camera so you can get a better look at it. That's the throw. It's not a razor sharp edge, but it'll cleave wood. You could actually cleave it quite thin as well if you're very clever and you've got straight enough wood and it's green enough. Well, before I turn the camera off for the night, it's getting a bit dark now. The sun has set. We often carry tools out with us, but one tool we can make in the woods is this. It's a digging stick. And comes in very useful. It's like a screwdriver end. This is a short one. You can harden it off in the fire, but it's very useful, particularly when you've got to go to the toilet in the dark or any time. Very useful for digging a cat hole with, and it's great just to carry around. You know, it's an improvised tool of the wilderness or woods. And well, I'm going to settle down. I'm going to wait for these oiks to go past with their motorbikes, and I'll either catch you a little bit later when it's dark and the fire's going, or I'll see you in the morning on one or two. There you go. That's when I need to go and do the secret thing in the dark. It's a digging stick. Very useful tool too. Well guys, it's getting on for 6 o'clock and I've got my dinner cooking. in the corner there, just there, I've wetted some paper. I use flour sacks, and I've wetted it right down, soaked it and wrapped a trout in it, seasoned the trout, and in there, when it comes to the boil, will go my noodles. I'm just using the one pot cooking method. Okay, I've got a frying pan for tomorrow morning, but there you go, a nice glow in the dark, restful and warming. In fact, it's very, very mild tonight. I'm debating whether I should lie on top of the bivvy bag or slide inside it. I'll probably get inside it. Some sort of completeness on that. And I'll see you off in a little while. Well, I don't know if you guys can pick this up, but in that charred piece of paper is a lovely cooked trout. The experiment has worked quite well. Don't put it on flaming fire, put it on hot embers and then cover it slightly with some white ash, and it bakes off rather nicely. I'm quite pleased with the result. I'm going to unwrap it and then we'll see. Beautifully, beautifully cooked. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm quite pleased with the result. And it's a thing I'm going to carry in my bag. I'm going to experiment in carrying it in a watertight bag, the paper that is, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. But there you go. Nice piece of rather nicely baked fish in the embers of the fire. Yummy. Well guys, it's about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I think about 1 o'clock, I think. Could be a bit earlier. I've not had a look at the watch yet. And so I've already night vision. I've just stoked the fire up a little bit. It died right down, and I've just got it onto a smoulder now, drying some logs out. Above me, the sky is as clear as anything. The one reason why I like to come out, I can hear dogs barking in the distance and a couple of owls way off in the distance. Lovely. Anyway, I'm going to get my head back down. Just going to have a slurp of some water and get my head back down. See you at breakfast. Well guys, I'm up and I'm awake. It's been a really good night. Woke up a couple of times, put my glasses on and just looked at the sky. It was so clear. And right now I am doing my breakfast. So pan me, there we go. Nice fire, and of course a cup of tea. And my companion through the night, Alfie. Lovely morning round here. Pan it round to my breakfast. You hear that sizzling away. Be back in a moment. Well, the sun has risen and I've had my breakfast. Very tasty. This morning, 2 duck eggs, halloumi cheese and mushrooms. And of course a cup of tea. I had a good fire going last night. And amazingly the chestnut didn't spit so much, so I was quite pleased by that. Kept warm. So mild, I've only used a 3-season bag, which is pretty good going for this time of year. And this time last year I would have had to use my Arctic bag, my 4-season bag, which is rated to -32. Had a good, showed you the digging stick, which we all need if we're going to spend at least one night out in the woods, just in case you need to go to the loo. Thankfully I didn't have to get up a couple of times in the night. Yeah, toasty warm. It's a bit cool. It's the early morning coolness that you always get this time of the day, obviously. Temperature really starts to drop at about an hour and a half before sunset, before sunrise, and been some interesting reading lately. On my Twitter feed and on the bushcraft feed on Facebook that I'm on, there's a guy found this, the end of December, he was found dead in a bothy, and he was trying to live off the land for a year. One thing you can't do in Scotland, particularly in the winter, is actually live off the land. You need other supplies. You might be able to catch a fish if the lakes aren't frozen over, but you need something else to go with it, because fish boat supplies you with protein and oils and fats. It cannot supply you with carbohydrates, and you need both in your diet to keep you functioning. He apparently died of hypothermia. Very sad loss. Apparently he was inspired by Bear Grylls, but the guy's got nothing to do. Bear's got nothing to do with it. We are individuals, and we take responsibility for our actions ourselves. We cannot ever blame somebody else. If you're going to do anything like spend winter time in Scotland or in the Arctic or winter time anywhere, make sure you do your research. Make sure that you know what to look for when you're doing hypothermia. If you can do that, I mean, this is only a very just bit, you're okay. If you can't do that, something's setting in. But do get your first aid books out, look up the causes and the cures for hypothermia. This time of the year, it's so easy to get. I mean, you might think you're okay, but you can slip into it so easily. And on that, and as I say, if you're going to go out and spend any time out in the woods, for any length of time, and I know I'm preaching to the converted here, do your research. Take emergency supplies with you. You can't always live off the land. You know, I can't live off the land. It's impossible. The vegetation that grows here is not edible. There's very little, as far as food on the hoof goes. You might catch the odd squirrel, but there's certainly no rabbits around here, and you'd be hard pushed to find them. And the nearest we get to any meat source on the hoof is deer. And you try catching one of those with a snare, and there ain't that many. I haven't seen any. I was hoping to see some this morning, but as I say, do look out in the article. It makes for a very salutary read. You know, practice your skills. Don't rely on just going on a course and thinking, well, okay, I've learnt it, now I can go and forget about it until I actually really need it. Practice your skills, you know, practice your first aid, practice your hunting techniques. Remember, bushcraft is not a word, it's a path, it's a journey. It's not an end in itself. And in fact, if you live in the UK, we don't practice bushcraft. Bush is in Australia. It's in Canada, and I would say it's in the backwoods of Siberia and Scandinavia. We have woodland, and in one or two places wild woodland, but we have no bush. That being said, if any of you are intending to get out in this weather, enjoy yourselves. It's great. Competition's still going. I've got a few right answers. As I said, I've expanded the answer a little bit, just because continental friends, you know, guys in Germany, Scandinavia and Canada, do understand the way we do would not know about this woodsmanship, so I've expanded the answer slightly. But it's still open, and the question is as ever, the prime difference between, in the UK, between conifers and broadleaf woodland. What can you do with broadleaf woodland that you cannot do with conifers? And the answer will be, I will be drawing the prize next Friday. That will be towards the end of January. I'm not sure of the date, but it's about six days from today. I say, I'm going to start packing things up now. do me no trace, but we always leave a little bit of ourselves behind. However, no trace we do it. We always leave a bit of spirit behind, something to come back to at some other point. Anyway guys, toodle pip, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Well, there you go guys. That was my fireplace. And as all fireplaces should be left if you run an open fire. Woodpeckers, listen. Must have flown off now.